Jasmine Crockett has just taken the stage. Let's go live to that.
If it comes in and I'm losing Dallas County, then we know kind of where this thing is going.
So that's my news, is that we're not going to have election results tonight, in my opinion, based upon what specifically is taking place in Dallas County. Unfortunately, this is what Republicans like to do. And so they specifically targeted Dallas County, and I think we all know why. So I want you to enjoy yourselves, but I won't be back tonight because I have no idea of when we're going to get results, and I fully anticipate it won't be until tomorrow. So I love y'all too. Thank you so very much for being here. Love you down. I love you down, Dallas.
Jasmine Crockett speaking live in Dallas right now. We got to that as soon as we realized she was up at the podium there, but you heard the nut of what she said. She said they are not expecting to have results tonight. She said this is what Republicans like to do. They specifically targeted Dallas County. She asked her supporters to stay and enjoy themselves, but she did not expect that there would be election results of any definitive sort tonight, specifically because of what's happening in Dallas. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to Rosa Flores, who is in Dallas County right after this from Ali Velshi, because while Jasmine Crockett was saying that, we actually did get in a bunch of votes.
Well, a lot of votes. We're now up to 59% in the state, and the lead, Tallarico's lead, has narrowed. It's now 51.8 to 46.9, and a lot of that is because we finally have got some votes in from Dallas, and a lot of them. That vote just dumped, 61%. We went from 0 all night to 61%. Jasmine Crockett has got a lead there. It's 60 to 38. It's significant, but this is early vote. This is not day of vote. Obviously, the big issue right now is what that day of vote is going to be. So we're sort of stuck in a lot of places at the 60-ish point. There's some smaller counties that were easy to count, and the numbers are much higher. But generally speaking, in major centers, we're in this area. Look at Travis County, which is Austin. This is 60%. This is Tallarico's home. He's at 76 to Jasmine Crockett's 23. Let's go to Houston, where Jasmine Crockett was expected to do very well with 2/3 of the vote in. Her lead is narrowing, 53.5 to 45 for Tallarico. In Fort Bend, 3/4 of the vote, 77% of the vote is in, 60 to 36. So again, this really is anybody's game right now. This is a jump ball. It is unclear what's going on. Clearly, Jasmine Crockett believes this will not conclude tonight, as she just said, and we may be believing the same thing. I want to just quickly jump over to the Senate contest there, the GOP Senate contest. Again, 43% is where John Cornyn, the incumbent, is at. Ken Paxton is trailing with 40%. He's behind a lot of what just happened in Dallas County for reasons that are not clear. Wesley Hunt is staying at 13%. He's been at 13% all night. I just want to go to Dallas County and show you this. This is the Republican Senate contest in Dallas County. Look how far behind Ken Paxton is. He's involved in these shenanigans in Dallas County. His vote and Wesley Hunt's vote do not add up to John Cornyn's vote in Dallas County. I don't know whether that's relevant to why Ken Paxton went to court tonight to shut down the votes of those who were in line after 7 p.m., but it is a place where Ken Paxton is not doing well.
All right, I want to go right back to Dallas County right now. Rosa Flores standing by. Rosa, I very, very rudely interrupted you while you were starting to tell us about your communications with Dallas County. I only did that because we had that live feed to take from Jasmine Crockett. Please start over again. Tell us about your communications with the county. What happened in those communications tonight?
Yeah, so how they explained it to me is because the Texas Supreme Court struck down the lower court ruling, which extended voting for the Democratic primary from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. All those ballots that were cast, Rachel, between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., those will be, quote, separated and kept. Now, the big question is, will they be counted? And I can tell you from talking to voters who had gone to multiple polling places, trying to find the right polling place, one woman who was in tears earlier today, and a woman that I literally interviewed moments before the polls closed because this Texas Supreme Court ruling came down. they were all worried about their vote counting, and they were all talking about how this was, quote, voter suppression, because they were really trying to vote and they just couldn't vote. Like I said before, I'm a data girl, Rachel. And just to give you a sense, as I mentioned earlier, here at about 5:30 p.m. Central Time, 388 people had voted at this polling place. And according to the election judge, again, of the Democratic Party, about 350 had been turned away. That just gives you a sense of how many people were out in Dallas County trying to figure out where to vote and trying to vote. Rachel?
That's just remarkable. That's a remarkable sort of snapshot of what was happening there, Rosa. But just to be clear, what the county told you is that votes cast after a specific time are going to be kept. But they didn't necessarily say they're going to be counted, or it's not clear at this point whether they will be counted. They'll just be somehow preserved and segregated from the vote that came in earlier today.
You're absolutely right. And I followed up with that, Rachel, because I was very curious about what that meant. Does that mean that they keep them just for now? And the individual from the spokesperson from the county didn't go into specifics because, of course, that's a lot of legalese. And she was like, I can't speak for the Democratic Party because this is a challenge that the Democratic Party is putting forth. But she did say that they will be kept. But from talking to all of the voters today, I can tell you that what they were worried about was their vote counting, especially because they had gone through, in essence, through all these hoops to try to vote, trying to figure out, OK, wait, where do I vote? Even the website crash, Rachel. So people who were trying to figure out where can I vote, they couldn't even find out where to vote because the website crashed. So there were just so many hurdles that these voters had to go through just to cast their ballot today.
Rosa Flores for us in Dallas County, Texas. Rosa, I know we will be back with you. Keep reporting whatever we can learn about how this is going to be worked out, what's going to be the dispensation of those ballots, how voters if they can be reassured about how this has been administered in Dallas County. It's all really, really important. Thank you. We're grateful for you being there.